What's up, everybody? It's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars. This is a 1964 Ford F100 short bed truck, and this is an old Alabama farm truck. Great look to it. Body is actually, the lines themselves are actually pretty straight. I don't know if it's ever had a repaint. I think it's definitely had touch-ups here and there. When you get up on it, you'll see little spray paint spots. This is the worst right here, little spots of skim coat there where it was painted at some point. And as we go around it, actually where we got it from was an old farmer, Alabama farm truck. And he and his wife drove this fairly regularly. All the trim is present except this one piece here. I was thinking about hopping on eBay and looking it up. Anyways, I believe, let's see. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, but here we go. I didn't even get in it. It cranks right up, super easy. Original 6-cylinder. Emergency brake engages as it should. Wipers. Lights. Or interior lights at least. We'll do the outside lights in a minute. Fan. Low, high, work. Now, every once in a while I get a Ford truck like this where I've got to leave just the fingertips in there on that choke for it to run perfect. And every time I push the choke all the way in, it runs less good. And if you look at it underneath, you'll see, I mean, it's only moving the flap a little bit this way or that way. So that's how I'm driving it. Turn signal indicators are working inside. That one's not blinking. All right, let's go for a little drive. Three on the tree. Let's see what goes first. There's second. There's third. And these linkages on these 3-speed columns, they can be a little sticky. You kind of learn how to drive them. Speedometer seems to be working, as well as the fuel gauge. I believe the temp gauge is also working, but it's not. I haven't seen it moved up above about 115, so maybe I just haven't driven it far enough to get it hot enough. But I've had it running in the shop while we were working on a few other little things, cleaning it up, and I've never seen it overheat. Stopping the brakes without touching the steering wheel. That steering wheel didn't move at all. That is very straight brakes. And we're going first. There's reverse, down to second and third. All that linkage is working. In and down to first. With a kid on a bike, I want to make sure he's safe. These guys get curious, they'll just come right up to me and start talking about these old trucks. It's so fun. Alright, stop's good. We're going to hop out here, put it in neutral. I can hear the horn, by the way. Try to engage. When the truck's off, it's better to hear it. E-brake's engaging fine. It's got a old school muffler. Pop the hood. Sounds like a healthy, solid lifter, old 6-cylinder Ford. I am going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it back on now and see if we can hear it. If you can hear that clicking underneath the hood, it is the horn trying to activate. So it may not take much to get that horn working. Or maybe just replace it. It's got the wire running to it and everything. It's just not engaging. So nice solid hood. I was impressed with this truck because it looks crusty a little bit when you walk up to it, but it was surprisingly solid. When I say solid, I mean it's corrosion free, rust free overall. Firewall looks great. No rust, and her fender wells are solid and amazing looking. It's got a newer starter, newer fuel pump, and a newer carburetor, newer alternator. Oh, it looks like I left the lights on. That's okay. Old bumper, looks original. Wheels are got an old patina on them. The tires are marked, date stamped from 2020. So they're now about 5 years old. They have great tread on them. They look like they probably only had 500 miles put on them. I know that's part of the reason they sold the trucks. It's just getting too old to drive it anymore. Switching to an automatic. But I'll tell you what, I've got a lot of people asking for these 3 on the tree trucks, and you know, they're teaching their kids even to drive on these things now. Whole nother generation of classic car lovers. Anyways, I left the lights on so you can see those there. Tailgate looks amazing. No Bondo where the paint got stripped off here. Brand new rough cut lumber in the bed. It looks incredible. It's laying on top of the original steel bed. There is a strip of rust here underneath, and there is a little bit bigger strip of rust here, and when we go underneath, I'll show that to you. There's a couple of little rust spots here on the bed. The body is really straight. I'm going to go on down. I want you really to see these cab corner, the bottoms of the doors, these rockers. And I said, we'll go underneath here in a second too. But man, the paint's cracked and faded. And I always say almost in every video, if it was my truck, I wouldn't paint it. I would keep it just like this. Maybe get some hubcaps and make that look good and put a logo on it. Maybe the guy had told me he thought before they had it at their farm that it was an old Coca-Cola truck, even that he thought that number 60 was a part of the fleet. So maybe go back with the Coca-Cola look. I don't know, but I really like the way it looks, and I wouldn't be worried about driving this through the woods or in the field, messing anything up. That being said, if you're looking for a truck to restore, I think the body looks straight enough that if you wanted to, you could blast it and repaint it. Drip rails look good. A little bit of crust on top there. Maybe, yeah, I don't see any holes all the way through, just surface crusties. Front looks good. A couple little surface crusties there. I don't see any light through there. That might be the worst of it on the whole truck, which is really not bad. Drip rail on this side looks good. A couple little spots there. Nothing rusted through, just surface rust. Old weather stripping around the original glass in the back. In fact, I believe it's all original glass. The felts are old. The window rolls easily. It does have, the little knob is missing here, and I couldn't find a replacement one in my shop, so that would need to be ordered and screwed back on. Hinge pockets look good. Step ups look awesome. It's got newer carpet, which looks great. I like to drop my water bottle there. Seat cover looks good, except for this one spot here. It's got a little blue stain. We tried some magic eraser to get that off. You may be able to tackle that better than we did. Original gas tank, everything looks good back there. Old original headliner. And I think I showed you guys that light turns on. Air controls open and close on this side. The old owner's manual in there. Ashtray with ashes in it. Original holes for the radio, so the dash looks awesome. It's got new door panels. And these doors look like they're in great shape. The bottom of the passenger door is in good shape. Bottom of the driver door appears to be pretty good. Some silicone there, I think, for fixing the old weather stripping. Hinge pockets look good. Step up looks good on this side. Seat looks good, no rips or tears. 81,407 on the odometer. Of course, all classic automobiles are odometer exempt. The air open and close. Underneath, this is what impressed me so much. I really want to get under here and show you guys. This is all original. It's never been restored. Some old undercoating there with lots of Alabama clay and dirt on it, but frame is awesome. I mean, these step-ups and floor pans are in incredible shape. This was really what impresses me. I see trucks that look way nicer up top than this, and they look way worse below. And I'm telling you, this is the better truck to buy. It is very solid. And that's what made me drive home with it from the estate. Very solid. These hinge pockets are incredible. Never been repaired. This is inside the bed. Now we've moved on to the bed from the cab. This is the cab corner. And of course your frame mounts are in great shape. And then this is the only rust I've seen on it. This is the bed now. You see that new wood's up under there. 9-inch rear end. New muffler. Old school bolt on. Go around to the back and then the other side. When I'm looking at a vehicle, whether to purchase it or just to do an inspection, but especially when I'm purchasing it, I actually don't spend a lot of time when I walk up to a vehicle right at first. I don't spend a lot of time looking up top. As long as the weather's nice and I can do it without getting too dirty, the very first thing I do is I look underneath it like I am right now. And people laugh at me. I just lay right down on the ground, bring a little blanket with me if I can. Look at these inner fender wells. They're incredible. And like I said, so this is the back, like I pointed out, of the bed where there's some rust there and some rust there. The rest of it is solid. And if you wanted to go back with the original, they make this panel where you can just cut it off and weld it in. Very simple job, actually. I really like the wood. Man, that wood looks great. But yeah, when I walk up to a vehicle, if I call somebody and say, hey, can I come take a look at that truck or car? And I'm thinking about, especially if I'm thinking about buying it, I'll walk up to it, shake hands, say hi, look around, make sure it's what I was thinking it was. And then immediately I lay down on my back because this is what I'm looking for. And look at these original cab corners, original weep holes. I mean, just barely a piece of crust there. And these are in solid condition. So I'm highly impressed with the undercarriage on this. Back of the cab. And just the presence, too, of just original gear. You'll see that same rust I mentioned when I was on the other side over here. Just goes right across that rail. Frame's in great shape. Passenger inner fender well. And the front. Wow. Well, I can't stress enough how impressed I am with the original solid condition of this old truck. It is impressive. And this is what I like when I'm looking for a shop truck, or I'm advertising this or calling this, I would say, a farm truck, because it came from a farm, and it looks like one. And what I love when I talk to folks about trucks like these is what I said earlier. You can drive this on the farm. You can let the kids learn how to drive on it. You can bump into things. Somebody at Walmart or Home Depot, it might open their door on accident and bump it. It's not going to make you upset. And especially in the price range for today, to have a running driving vehicle that's really ready to hop in and take for a drive right now, in this price range in today's market, this is an incredible find. So anyways, PeachtreeClassicCars.com. Please, you'll find our phone number on there. Give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you.